Good morning, it's James. I do hope and pray that this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. I'm deeply grateful to have the honor and the gift and blessing of laying eyes on you this morning. And I want to kind of continue on something that I shared a few days ago that many of you, my goodness, so many of you just shared openly about what that message did for you when I took the time to let you know who I am and all the things that I go through too. The message was all about, just like you, I go through times of depression, I go through times of anxiety, I go through days where my self-esteem and my insecurities are really, really up and raw. And just like you, I wanted you to know I saw you, if you would see me. And on top of all the comments people left, which I deeply appreciate, please know how much I appreciated the honest and beautiful and kind and loving things that you shared back to me. Many of you asked, what do you do when you go through times like that? Well, I want to share a couple things that I do, but I want to take it back to about, close to 40 years ago when I started to do the deep dig, the deep dig of learning what it was that was missing in my foundation of self-love. What I needed to do to start building a foundation of self-respect and self-compassion and self-acceptance, and really give myself permission to lean into the hardest lesson of my life at that time, which was learn the lesson of love, because it will teach you everything you need to know about where you are when you're depressed, when you're anxious, when you're losing your way. The lesson of love will always teach you what it is that you need to know to come back to yourself. And it was that time I really started deepen my disciplines around certain pieces that, to this day, nearly 40 years later, they are non-negotiables. And many of you have asked over the last number of years, man, you seem to have a real passion for self-care. Well, I want you to know that passion comes from survival at times. That passion comes from what it's taught me about what it is that no matter what's happening in my life, if I can still put good food in my body, if I can still move my body, if I can still stop and be mindful about what's happening in my mind and in my heart and stop everything and just be still and own what's happening in my life, no matter how hard or dark or beautiful or light it is, own it. Be connected to it. So what I want to share with you today is something that I hope you walk away with. Just like you, when I'm having times like this, and those times do happen to me still today, I really, really dedicate myself to going all in with taking good care of myself, even when I don't feel like it. Because no matter what's happening in our lives, when we give ourselves permission to discipline ourselves. Discipline is a word, comes from the word disciple. Simply means to be a student. And I think you would agree with me, and I think if you know what it's like when you're going through a really hard time, you take yourself for a walk. You always feel better when you come back from a walk. You take time to really organize what it is that you will do for yourself that day, and you keep all the appointments. All the ways that you can love yourself, if you can just pick 1, 2, or 3 things that you will do today, and you keep that appointment. You lean into that appointment with as much zeal and enthusiasm as you can muster, or you drag yourself into that appointment and you do not miss it. And most importantly, you are a witness for that appointment, following through. You make good on that good intention to be a witness of you loving yourself and following through on that discipline of love, that discipline of self-care. Each and every day, we have so many things that are coming through us. And if we always give ourselves the opportunity to, no matter what it is, that what we are feeling, we give ourselves permission to embrace and absolutely allow the envelopment of self-care, self-love, self-acceptance, self-compassion to be there for us, with us, and in us, and as us. The most beautiful things will happen no matter what's happening inside. We can soften those edges and love ourselves into the next evolution of healing, of peace, of being who we fully are all the time. That we are living our life true to who we are, honestly, authentically showing up as we are. Thank you for being absolutely exquisite in this community all the time. Respectful and beautiful and loving and kind. Thank you. I want this experience for us together to be something that absolutely moves us each and every day as an evolution and a revolution where we can say out loud and with great zeal, no matter what's happening, I love myself. Watch how I do, when I do, and watch the magic come through. No matter what's happening inside of me, I can still love all of me. Thank you. Much love and every blessing. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.